You're listening to Thunder Country 98.3. The Pratt Greenbacks are on the court. Now, here's the voice of the Greenbacks, Cody Eastis.
And welcome to the Doug Ray Chevrolet pregame show live on Thunder Country. Postseason basketball starts now. What an environment, what an atmosphere. Postseason play, it does not get any more fun than that. And over the last 3 months, this Greenback team has been stitching together a season to get to this point. In those 3 months, out and about this community of Pratt, whether it's at the aisle in the grocery store, the counter in the hardware store, you've got people asking questions. How good is this Greenback team? How much do you think they can make it to the state tournament? How good is the Morrell kid? A lot of questions and curiosity piqued from around this community. And now, time for the Greenbacks to come with some answers. 32 teams left in the state of 4A basketball, and each night now basketball is played. That will be whittled down by half each night. The Greenbacks have done everything they can to put themselves in the driver's seat, coming in as the number one on the 4A West. And now, when it's all said and done, there will be two teams playing on that court in Hutchinson, Kansas, and one of them will be named the 2026 4A state champion. And we get to be along for the ride. I'm Cody Eastis alongside Logan McAllister. Let's go.
Yeah, this is an exciting part of the season. This is what you work all year for. And like you touched a little bit, you play all season long to seed yourself, and the Greenbacks have done what they needed to and got the number one seed in the West, so that makes us to where we get a host tonight, opening round of Sub-State, and it's playoff basketball, baby.
We'll get to host the rest of the way. Only 2 games, the way the postseason's set up now. 16 teams in the East, 16 teams in the West. Pratt being the 1 seed in the West will always be the high seed as long as they stay alive. So tonight it's a matchup against Wellington, a 16 seed. If the Greenbacks can get by Wellington, then it's a matchup Saturday night. That opponent to be determined. It'll be between that 8-9 matchup that we see on the other side of the bracket between Clay Center and Mulvane. So have to see how that shakes out. Got a lot to take care of before you start looking towards Saturday, but that sets the stage a little bit of what the Greenbacks are looking at moving forward.
That's right. You're at that point in the season now where you've got to take it one game at a time. You can't look too far. Right now it's the Crusaders standing in our way, and this is going to be game 1, and you have to take care of business here first.
And the thing that comes with postseason play, the atmosphere, the excitement, but the ramifications come with it as well. It is win or hang up your jersey. Season is done. So these Greenbacks now with that pressure and the 1 seed to go with it come into tonight heavily favored in this matchup, and a matchup that they've seen earlier this season, which I think benefits the Greenbacks. Faced off against Wellington in game 3 of the season, and the Greenbacks came away with a 67-45 win. It was the opener of that Cheney Classic tournament that the Greenbacks have been in the last couple years. So 2 teams familiar with each other from that previous matchup. Adjustments to be made, we'll see, but the Greenbacks, if they continue to do what they've done throughout this season, the favorite tonight.
For sure, that was a game early on in the season where the Crusaders gave the Greenbacks a little bit of problems in the first half. But, I expect this late in the season, you're going to see 2 totally different teams. I'm sure game film still tells the tale. You cannot, lack on your logistics of everything.
No,
on
and you can't
preparation.
come in thinking you're going to win this ball game. You can't fall into the trap of, we're the 1 seed, they're the 16 seed. This is just a formality, because anything can happen with high school basketball once you put that ball in the air and tip it off. So Coach Batten is going to have his boys locked in, ready to go for this ball game. Going back to that game that you talked about earlier in the season, Greenbacks did trail at halftime in that ball game, 27-23. It was a slow first half start for the Greenbacks. And then Coach Patton, as he so well does, a good message at halftime, got the boys to lock it in, come out in the second half, and came away with that big 67-45 win. And in that first matchup, the difference from that first half to the second half was Cole Zika. Cole Zika, a junior on this Wellington team, had 15 of his 18 points in that first half. So early on, the Greenbacks didn't have an answer for him, and then made those adjustments at halftime. Only allowed him 1 made 3-pointer in that second half, and no one else on this Wellington roster was able to contribute to help him out.
That's right, and I believe Morrell's going to be the key factor for the Greenbacks tonight, is he's going to have the decisive height advantage all night long with the 6'6", and Zika being one of the taller players. at 6'3". So it's just
it was a big night for Morrell in the previous matchup. One of his best performances on the season. 23 points, 19 rebounds in that ball game. 4 blocks, 2 steals to go with it. Just overall filling up the stat sheet. Nearly a 20-20 game for Arlie Morrell. And this is the time of the season where I think you're going to see it. Morrell is going to say, I'm going to put you guys on my back when it's there. We saw him do a real good job in that Rock Creek game of relying on those role players to help him out when the going gets tough. But if those points are out there to go get this time of the year, Morrell's going to go get them.
Yeah, I think you're going to see 2 different squads between the Rock Creek and Wellington tonight. Rock Creek had the athletes to double team and make it harder on Morrell. I believe tonight you're going to see Morrell be able to establish his dominance in the paint, kind of do whatever he wants to. I believe the offense is going to start through him. But like I said, he's done a fantastic job these last 4 or 5 games. And when that double team comes, of being able to look over his shoulder and find a streaker, and usually that's Landon Muth and Cade Liggett. They've been doing a really good job of noticing that double team and streaking in, and Morrell's been finding with that quick step.
And that Rock Creek game that we saw that the Greenbacks are coming off of, able to knock down that perimeter shot as well. When Morrell was able to kick it out when the double team or triple team came, did a good job finding that open man on the perimeter. And then on the other half of that, the Greenback shooters able to drop them. 10 3-point buckets in that game against Rock Creek. And the Greenbacks had success beyond the arc against this Crusader team in the first matchup. Knocked down 7 threes. They went 7 of 17 from beyond the arc in that matchup. So able to drop the 3 there as well. Gonna be key tonight, but I believe the Greenbacks come out early and fast in this ball game and set the tone and put no doubt in anybody's mind of who the favorite is on this court tonight.
Yeah, being able to knock down the 3 is a huge benefit in a basketball game. But there's that old thing, you live by the 3 and you die by the 3. Luckily for us, last Friday we were hitting 10 of them is a big win for us, but we still fell short in the game. It's just one of those, it's a nice key component to have, but I would not rely 100% on it.
And that's one of the calling signs of this Greenback team is they've got so many different ways to win ball games. They've done it all season long, whether it's a game where the 3-point bucket's fallen. We've seen games where they've not been so hot from beyond on the arc, and they've had to rely more on the points in the paint. We've seen Caleb Strong and Hudson Titus turn it into more of a transition slashing type of game and score downhill at the rim. Cade Liggett as well. So a lot of different ways this Greenback team can attack you.
And I want to give a little props to Carlito Lara also.
Yes.
He's really stepped up big these last 3 or 4 games as well, getting way more comfortable out there, and he's just such an explosive player that he's almost a pass-first guy, but here lately he's been able to score as well.
And that'll be interesting to see how they defend Zika in this ball game right out of the gate. He had that hot start in game 1, and now the Greenbacks know what he's capable of. So do you come out with the length of Caleb Strong? Do you put the gas tank of Carlito Lara on him and just let him wear him down? Now the physical size of Zika, a little different matchup from what Lara is used to being tasked with, but has the motor to do it if needed.
But you also can't forget about Kyler Barker. He's another defensive specialist that just does a fantastic job of guarding full court.
We're expecting a great game here tonight. This gym continuing to fill up as we've got a 6 o'clock tip-off on our way. Don't go anywhere. More of the Doug Ray Chevrolet pregame show when we return here on Thunder Country.
Ray Chevrolet in Pratt is excited to announce supplier pricing for everyone on new Chevy 1500 half-ton trucks. That means savings up to $8,000. That's right, up to $8,000 off a brand new Silverado. Looking for pre-owned? Check out Doug Ray's huge selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs with market-based pricing on every vehicle. So you know you're getting the best deal the first time and every time. Doug Ray Chevrolet is your full-line dealership with parts, service, body shop, and more. Doug Ray Chevrolet in Pratt, where big savings meet hometown service.
When it comes to your health, trust Grace Clinic and Urgent Care in Pratt, conveniently located at 920 East 1st Street. Grace Clinic proudly serves Pratt and the surrounding area. Family nurse practitioner McKaylee Kirby provides primary care, urgent care, and sports physicals, and is accepting new patients and walk-ins. Open Monday through Friday, except Tuesdays, from 8:30 to 6, and Saturdays, 9 to noon. Call 620-388-3086 today. That's Grace Clinic and Urgent Care, caring for your family close to home.
Welcome back to the Doug Ray Chevrolet pregame show here on Thunder Country. Once again, I'm Cody Eastis alongside Logan McAllister, and postseason basketball begins tonight for the Greenbacks. We were live last night as well. The Lady Greenbacks season comes to a conclusion as they fell to Mulvane to end their season. So congratulations to the ladies, players, coaches, everybody involved there. Greenbacks boys are the last ones standing in Greenback uniforms, and they'll take on the 16-seeded Crusaders of Wellington tonight in a matchup that starts postseason play. When you look at that postseason format, the postseason bracket, we mentioned Pratt versus Wellington, the 116, and then the winner of that will go on to play the winner of the 8-9, which is Clay Center and Mulvane. So the 4 high seeds kind of host their own 4-team sub-state. Breaking down that for anybody who's not familiar with the postseason. So on the Pratt side of things, on the west side of things, Pratt, the overall number 1 seed, they host their own sub-state. Andale's the number 4 seed, they host a sub-state. Hugoton, they host a sub-state, and Concordia all host a 4-team sub-state, and the 4 winners that come out of those 4 sub-states advance from the west. And on the east, they do the same thing. So on the east, you've got your Rock Creek, your Atchison, Santa Fe Trail, and can't remember who the other one is on the east side.
Did you say Atchison?
Atchison, maybe Baldwin there on the east side. Yes, Baldwin. So Atchison, Baldwin, Rock Creek, and Santa Fe, your top-seeded teams on the east side, will all host their own 4-team sub-state. After tonight, things are going to be whittled down. You'll have 16 teams left, and then everybody matches up Saturday again. It'll be a 5 p.m. tip-off across the state for those matchups, and then you'll know how that state tournament shakes out. Now, we can't tell you too much about the format as far as where anybody will be from there, as it is to be determined. Once you find out who your opponent is, geography kind of comes into play as to where that first-round matchup is, as Keisha has reformatted the state format a little bit now. So instead of traditionally all 8 teams making it to the central hub, last year that was Salina for 4A. Now you've got to play more of a satellite game, kind of a regional game. The first round of state will be more of a regional game, and it'll be based on who the high seed is, who they're playing, and what is geographically sensible, I guess. If you're closer, if you're the home team, it should be closer to you, in theory, unless it's a distance of over 250 miles.
That's right.
Then it will be more of a neutral playing site. So,
and they still have their satellites of where they're going to play, I believe, Dodge City, Hutch, Friends University, Charles Koch Arena.
Yeah, so there'll be big venues. There'll be some neat big venues. Yep. And then the winners, so you've got to win that quarterfinal game, that opening round game. You win that opening round game, then you make your way to Hutch, which is where 4A will be hosted this year. And yes, correct?
Is it Hutch or is it Salina?
Hutchinson. It's Hutch.
Okay.
Hutch is at 4A this year. 4A is at Hutchinson this year. So if you make it to the semifinal round, then everybody comes together. It'll be multiple classifications at the same venue. So a little bit of different format, one that we can give you more clarity on as things shake out and teams get slotted and we can find out where they're going to be. But a little bit of breakdown on how things are looking for the Greenbacks in the roadmap, that if they can string some wins together, kind of where they'll be headed, who they'll be matched up against. But it's going to take a win tonight here against this Crusader team to do it.
Yeah, but step one is tonight. You have to come out and take care of business. You can't take anything for granted. Pretty much everybody's slate is 0-0 right now. You're seated where you are. You played the whole regular season. Now you're here. Everybody's pretty much 0-0 starting off the playoffs.
One of the things to keep an eye on for this Greenback team will be the status of Hudson Titus. He's been key all season long for this Greenback team. Lately, has not been in the lineup in the last 4 games. With an injury, suited up tonight, hoping to see him get some minutes as Coach Batten kind of wait until this postseason to bring him back active. That postseason is here now, so whether or not we'll just see him get out there to get kind of back in game shape and test it out, that's unknown at this point.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking to happen tonight. It's one of those, he's been out for 3 or 4 games. He's such a vital key to this, Greenbacks team, offensively and defensively. And I look for him just to get his legs back under, not play the whole game. He's going to just sub in for short periods of time, kind of like we've seen Landon Muth when he came back.
Yeah, early on.
You're going to see him come in for a couple minutes at a time, probably on some minute restrictions, get his legs back, get the feel of the game back in his hands. Those last couple, 3 games when Coach Batten was setting them out, it's not that it didn't mean anything, but our seeding was pretty much set already.
Yes.
So he was wanting him to be 100% coming into postseason. And tonight, I look for him to see him on the floor and happy to have him back.
If he can get back to full strength, he is such a crucial piece to the success that the Greenbacks have had all season long. So that will be something to keep your eye on tonight. Green out seems to be the theme tonight, rightfully so. The Greenback student section band in full swing here, and we will take a break for the national anthem before our first and only tip-off here tonight. 6 o'clock tip-off coming your way here in just a few minutes. We'll take a break for the national anthem, and when we come back, get you set for starting lineups and more here on Thunder Country.
On the basketball court, a good offense is the best defense. You can count on me, Jamie Roach, your Farm Bureau agent, to be your family's point guard and defend you against whatever life throws your way. I am there to handle all your auto, home, life, and business insurance needs. Don't wait for the worst to happen when it comes to your insurance. Talk to me, Jamie Roach, today and see how I can help protect what matters most.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Clear, comfortable vision is one of life's greatest blessings. At Maydew Tebow Optometry, Doctors Troy Maydew, Seth Tebow, and Andrew Peaster are committed to helping you maintain healthy eyes and clear vision. Prevention and early intervention are the keys to your eyes, providing that clear and comfortable vision your entire life. Regular comprehensive eye examinations are essential in identifying conditions that can damage your sight. Call us at Maydew Tebow Optometry for an appointment today or visit us at maydewtebow.com.
This is Terry from Gatlin Meckler's Pharmacy. On display in our pharmacy is a nice assortment of over-the-counter items and a wide array of medical supplies, which includes knee scooters, walkers, canes, and bathroom items. We bill Medicare for respiratory supplies and immunizations. Our preferred pricing on prescriptions will get you through the door, and our customer service will get you to come back. Be sure to stop in today and see us on Country Club Road in Pratt.
When it comes to real estate, folks want to work with someone they know and trust. I'm John Hamm with Hamm Auction and Real Estate. Whether you're buying a home, selling land, or thinking about an auction, Kevin and I take the time to walk you through every step. No pressure, just honest local advice. We're proud supporters of the Pratt High Greenbacks and proud to be a part of this community. Give me a call at 620-450-7481 or Kevin at 620-770-2381. Hamm Auction and Real Estate, local knowledge you can trust.
Welcome back to the Doug Ray Chevrolet pregame show live on Thunder Country. Now time for starting lineups, and we start with the Crusaders of Wellington. Number 2, a 6'3" junior, Cole Zika. Number 13, a 5'11" senior, Cooper Hatfield. Number 15, 6' senior, Jackson Newman. Number 23, 6'1" sophomore, Fisher Elder. And number 32, 6'1" senior, Milo Elder. Crusaders led by head coach Joe Newman. And now time for your Pratt High Greenbacks. Number 4, 5'11" junior, Kyler Barker. Number 5, 6' sophomore, Cade Liggett. Number 20, 6'6" senior, Arlie Morrell. Number 23, 5'8" senior, Carlito Laura. And number 33, 6'2" junior, Caleb Strong. Greenbacks led by head coach Chris Batten, assisted by Tyler Strong and Parker Titus. And with that, starting lineups have been brought to you, and we are about ready for some basketball. We appreciate you tuning in, however you've chosen to do it, whether it's on the Thunder Country 98.3 FM dial. Download their app as well. And as always, streaming the Behind the Mic live stream on Eastus Media, Facebook, and YouTube. If you want the full game broadcast, hop over to the Greenback Activities YouTube channel. They carry all the home broadcasts there. So that'll bring you the full game. A lot of other ways to tune in and watch and follow along with this opening round of the postseason for the Greenbacks. Morrell out to center court, and he'll be tipping off against Jackson Newman of the Crusaders. Now with that, we are ready for some basketball. Final whistle, ball in the air. Morrell comes away with the tip, puts it in Strong's hand. Greenbacks going right to left on your radio dial. Barker starting things off to set up the Greenback half-court offense, trying to dump it down to Morrell early. Tipped away. Crusaders come away with an early steal. Back the other way now, Hatfield trying to get by Liggett. Does so successfully. Crusaders on the board first with the bucket from Cooper Hatfield. Lara back the other way, kicks it out to Barker. Comes left side, Strong, feeds Lara in the corner, gonna dribble to the paint. Skip pass. Now Morrell comes out baseline. Kick back out to Strong. Strong, nice pass through the double team. Liggett able to finish underneath the rim.
Good little touch pass by Caleb Strong.
And a great bounce pass.
Yep.
Boy, the bounce pass so underrated. Greenbacks execute it perfectly that time. All tied up, 7-minute mark here, 2 apiece. Lara comes away with the steal, top of the key, trying to outrun the defense. Nice jump stop, waits for the trailer, Barker to catch up. Barker, tough shot, gets it to fall. Good job by Lara. Wait for the help, not as comfortable on that left side of the rim attacking. Waited for the Greenback to come on the trailer. Now Barker, top of the key, defending Hatfield. Hatfield working off the screen, puts it in the hands of Newman. Newman kick out to Zika. Strong, the Greenback taxed with Zika. And Morrell with the block, wanting to get out front and run. Morrell gets it from Barker, left side, uses his body to shield off the defender. And the Greenbacks on top, 6-2 early on. Good job by Morrell to use that body, keep that defender at bay. Barker nearly the steal, top of the key on Hatfield. Peeling off the edge, Elder swings it into the corner. Newman picks up the dribble, needs some help, goes far side. Hatfield will reset, trying the lob pass, but it hits the front of the rim. And now the Greenbacks have numbers. Liggett and Morrell going up top. That time not on the mark, looking for the oop, and Liggett threw it off the front of the rim. It was there if it was executed properly. Entry pass deflected by Strong, and once again the Greenbacks out front running. It's Laura on the right, Morrell on the left, and Lara takes it to the rim himself. Carlito Lara puts the Greenbacks on top, 8-2 early with 5:39 to play, and a timeout coming from the Crusaders. Takes a full timeout. Quick start for the Greenbacks.
Yeah, good start for the Greenbacks, doing everything they can on the defensive side to make it tough for the Wellington to get a shot off. I mean, everything's been contested so far. And right now, it really looks like the Greenbacks are trying to push the pace and get down the court, and so far being successful.
Well, that was one of the things I touched on pre-games. These Greenbacks need to come out and establish who the #1 seed in this West is early. So far, a minute and a half into this contest, Greenbacks have done that. It started with some defense that's turned into transition, and they've executed it flawlessly to this point.
One thing that I've noticed so far that I thought the boys have also gotten better with throughout the years, that unselfish play. There's been multiple times where guys could have forced the issue on the fast break. Just that one extra pass made all the difference.
Greenbacks on top, 8-2 early on. The lone bucket for the Crusaders coming from Hatfield to start the scoring off in this ballgame, but the Greenbacks quickly have answered with an 8-0 run of their own. It'll be Crusader ball coming out of that timeout after Coach Newman wanting to settle his team down. Hatfield walks the ball across midcourt. Greenbacks man-to-man defense. Barker defending the top. Newman on the perimeter, goes back to Hatfield. Hatfield now in the hands of Zika. This is their offense. Zika trying to get it started. Tough shot, rebound pulled down by Elder. Keeps it alive, kicks it back out in the hands of Hatfield. Zika coming on the screen. Can't get the three-point shot to drop, and Strong out front running now. No numbers for the Greenbacks. Can they attack? DeMuth in the paint, puts it in for 2. The run continues, a 10-0 run for the Greenbacks. Landon DeMuth getting himself in the scoring column. The 5th Greenback now on the board for the Greenbacks. Newman trying to work against Lara. Lara not giving him any space. Hatfield off the screen. Lara recovers, nice kick out. Newman will try a top of the key 3, doesn't hit anything. Morrell looked like he thought it was going to go out of bounds and then saved it at the last moment. Greenbacks now pushing pace the other way. DeMuth on the court, left hand underneath the bucket, kicks it out to Morrell. Morrell into the corner. Lara going to take the baseline, passing on that 3-point look, and sends it over the rim into the hands of Zika. Zika into the right wing, kick out top of the key. Newman has to get rid of it. Lara putting the pressure on him. Zika trying to spin his way in there against Barker. Dump down left side. Elder too strong off the back iron, and Morrell up ahead to Strong. Crusaders got back nice and recovered that time. No numbers for Strong. Has to let the offense catch up. Morrell underneath. Goes up high. Off the board. 2 more for Morrell. Greenbacks on top, 12-2 early. 3:45 to play here in this opening quarter.
The ball is moving well on the offensive side. It's not sticking at all. Whenever the offensive player catches it, he is looking to get rid of it or get downhill.
Top of the key, Zika picked up by DeMuth. Tough shot for Zika, doesn't fall. Strong had a hand on it. Zika tried to save it and hit the court out of bounds. Now substitutions for both teams. Into the ball game for the Greenbacks. Poor, Titus, and Liggett check back into the ball game. A couple substitutions for the Crusaders as well. Poor top of the key, feeding Liggett. Strong will try a corner three. Too much on that one, back iron, but DeMuth there now on the court fighting for it, and a reach-in foul may go against the Crusaders here. Goes against Fisher Elder. First stoppage of the night comes at the 3:13 mark. Strong to inbounds on the baseline. Back to Liggett, tipped out front, nearly a steal for Jason Golden. Can't hang on to it, and the Greenbacks will have to reset here on the near sideline. Making sure that shot clock is on the right number. They put it at 32, and the Greenbacks start their possession. Strong dribbling into a zone from this Crusader team. Reverse it far side to DeMuth. Skip pass back to Strong. Gets his defender in the air. Takes it to the rim. Can't finish. Keeps it alive with his own rebound. Put back goes. Caleb Strong, his first bucket of the night, has the Greenbacks on top 14-2. Greenback defense and its bench trying to keep its defense energized here on the perimeter. Kingston Scott swings it back, top of the key. White looking for some space against Poor, has the first step but can't finish at the rim. Titus into the ball game, up ahead to Strong. Strong, nice change of pace, slows himself down before running into Zika but can't complete. Zika going to slow things down for the Crusaders. Wants to start at left side. Scott clears some space. The streaker to the rim. Can't hang on to it. Back in the hands of Titus. Titus surveying right and left. Picks the dribble up, needs some help now. Comes back left side to Strong. DeMuth in the corner. He'll try a three. Knocks it down. Landed DeMuth. Saw him knock a big one down Friday night against Rock Creek. He's got 5 on the night for the Greenbacks, has them on top 17-2, and Coach Newman wants another full timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds more Greenback basketball.
It's a fact. A custom cow mineral does not have to cost more. Actually, it might be just what you need to improve your cow herd. The friendly and helpful professionals at Extra Factors in Pratt are available to sit down and discuss your operations needs and goals. From custom protein supplements and liquid protein to bulk commodities and possible mineral formulation. Find it all at Extra Factors. Call 620-672-5616 and speak with Levi Macbeth for all your nutritional needs. Extra Factors. We put the extra into cattle nutrition.
This is Jeff.
And Jared.
At Intergreen Services, proud supporter of the Pratt Greenbacks.
Around here we say one call fixes it all. From HVAC, plumbing, septic, electrical, and even water well service. We're your hometown team you can count on, just like the Greenbacks on game day.
We're proud to stand behind our athletes, our school, and our community.
So when something needs fixing at home, call Intergreen at 620-672-2338 or visit intergreenservices.com.
Intergreen Services, neighbors helping neighbors, always cheering for the Greenbacks.
Welcome back. First quarter action, 140 remains, and the Greenbacks on a 17-0 run. Lead this ball game 17-2. Scott, top of the key, picked up by Morrell, swings it far side. White trying to work off the screen. Greenback switch, pick it up. Now go into the hands of Hatfield. Shot clock down to 10. Hatfield can't get Liggett to bite one way or the other. Resets top of the key. White in the hands of Hatfield, tried to throw something onto the baseline. White saves it. Shot is going to count as far as getting it off, but it doesn't go. Now the Greenbacks up ahead with Morrell. Good bounce pass to Muth on the baseline. Wow, nothing prettier than a long bounce pass
Landon DeMuth having a strong start to this game, just playing hard and being in the right spots.
Nice assist from Arlie Morrell, and again, the bucket stays cold for the Crusaders on the other end. Greenbacks on top, 19-2. DeMuth in the air, dump down to Liggett, kick out to Poor. Poor will fire for three, in and out. Morrell down low, can't finish. DeMuth there to try to clean it up, and he'll go to the line for the and one.
Man. Not giving up on the play from Arlie Morrell and Landon DeMuth, just down there battling for boards.
DeMuth will go to the free throw line to try to be the first player into double digits. He's got 9 now and has the Greenbacks on top, 21-2. Boy, the Crusaders scored the first bucket of the ballgame. Since then, 21 unanswered points from this Greenback team. And DeMuth gets the roll at the free throw line, makes it a 22-2 ball game. Lara causing trouble top of the key. Hatfield able to get by it, and the whistle comes. Too much defense from Carlito Lara. And when the Greenbacks are playing with a 20-point lead, you can only expect that defense to clamp up, knowing that if you get in a little bit of foul trouble, you've got a 20-point cushion to protect you. Hatfield on the baseline looking for the open inbounder. Comes to White on the far side. Newman comes out to get it. Shot clock turned off. Game clock at 22. Front of the rim, falls short. Lara there. Takes a look at the clock. Greenbacks with plenty of time. Goes left side to Liggett. DeMuth top of the key. Fakes the give to Barker. Spins into the block. Boy, Landon DeMuth just feeling it tonight. The turnaround fader. He's got 12 here in the first quarter. Scott trying to get a shot off at the buzzer, and Lara may have got him on the shot.
Send him to the line for three.
A shooting foul as the buzzer sounds. Carlito Lara will send Kingston Scott to the free throw line.
He knew it as soon as it happened, too. On the flip side of that, he did pick up his second foul as well.
So Kingston Scott at the free throw line trying to book in this quarter for the Crusaders with a couple points. Misses the first. But this first quarter, boy, it has been all Greenbacks, 24 consecutive points. I don't know the last time I've seen that. Second free throw, Scott gets that one to rattle in. Scott will have one more free throw before we take the quarter break. And able to get that one to go. So the 2 free throws from Scott sends the Crusaders to their sideline, trailing 24-4 after 1 quarter of play. Stick around, second quarter action when we come back here on Thunder Country.
Are you interested in building a new home or remodeling your current one? If so, give J.A. Knight & Sons a call today. This is Chase Scully with J.A. Knight & Sons, and we are the area's premier general contractor and have been serving the Pratt and surrounding area for over 50 years with superior quality and attention to detail. We specialize in high-end residential and commercial construction and have now expanded our services to include pre-engineered metal buildings. J.A. Knight & Sons is a proud supporter of Greenback Athletics and would like to help turn your next dream into reality.
Exceptional dentistry, right in your neighborhood. At Pratt Family Dental, Dr. Carson Hopkins and Dr. Stephen Coons are here to keep your smile healthy and bright. From routine cleanings to advanced care, our team has the expertise and technology to handle all your dental needs with comfort and confidence. Because at Pratt Family Dental, it's not just about teeth, it's about family, trust, and smiles that last a lifetime. Call today to schedule your appointment with Dr. Hopkins or Dr. Coons. Pratt Family Dental, where exceptional care meets friendly faces.
Welcome back, second quarter action. Greenbacks with a commanding lead after that first on top, 24-4. It'll be Crusader ball to start this second quarter. I do not expect the Greenbacks to let off at all. Can the Crusaders put together some offense? And Barker right away comes away with the steal. Looking up ahead to Strong. Strong, the good step through, finish at the rim. Strong loves to get to that left side of the rim, and it took a step through to get to it. Able to finish as the Greenbacks on top, 26-4. Top of the key, Newman. Zika comes out to get it. Defended by Strong, trying to get to his right. Kick out, three-point shot on the way. Newman falls short. Barker has a man up ahead. Just a bit shallow for Morrell. Tipped away by the Crusaders. They come away with the steal. Crusaders trying to get themselves back in this ball game by way of the three-point shot, but have yet to see one fall. And another great bounce pass from Strong, but Barker can't finish at the rim. Zika trying to get himself going, looking for his first points tonight. Going to take a deep three. That one well short. Comes hard off the front of the rim into the hands of Titus. Up ahead to Barker, right side into the corner. Strong baseline drive, going to try that floater. Able to just teardrop that in. Caleb Strong with 6 points on the evening now, and Greenbacks on top 28-4. Hatfield, the entry pass to Schindlever. Kick back out, nothing there. Zika calls for it, top of the key. Left side, Newman. Newman comes near side. Schindlever feeds Zika, set up on that low right block, trying to back down Strong. He'll turn and fire. Falls short. Morrell picks up another board. Up ahead, Titus trying to spin his way in. Ball blocked, but it falls into the hands of Liggett. Kick out, Morrell, open three-pointer. Short front rim. Rebound falls into the hands of the Crusaders. Greenbacks looking for that strike, the third consecutive stop, and a shot under the rim, hits the backboard. Morrell wanting to get out and run. Up ahead, Strong. Boy, the bounce pass firing on all cylinders tonight for the Greenbacks. That one, Morrell to Strong, and has the Greenbacks on top 30-4, and another timeout from Coach Newman.
Yeah, right now you're just seeing the Greenbacks just out hustle and outrun them down the court right now. They got them down a little bit now, and they're hanging their heads, and right now the Greenbacks are just taking advantage of it.
Yeah, just doing it from everywhere. The transition points the Greenbacks have been able to create early on in this ball game, just too much for the Crusaders to answer.
If you're looking for a hot start for the postseason play from the Greenbacks, you're seeing it right now, though. They are clicking right now.
This is how you want to come out and make a statement to the rest of that 4A classification, to the West as well, and to a possible matchup against Clay Center or Mulvane on Saturday night. The Greenbacks doing everything necessary. It'll be Crusader ball coming in after that timeout. 5:39 to play here in this second quarter. Greenbacks with a 30-4 lead. Scott able to get some separation on the perimeter and tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Elder of the Crusaders. It'll go to the Greenbacks. Parker going to start the offense. Left side, Strong looking for DeMuth flashing. They'll skip it over to Poor. Back to Barker. Now Morrell, top of the key. Kick out. Strong will fire a three. Knocks it down. Caleb Strong.
Man, the ball movement on that possession. Caleb Strong was on the receiving end of it. Wide open three and knocked it down. Good to see him going.
Strong into double digits on the night, and a high floater able to get up and over the reach of Morrell. He went up to challenge for it. Caden Darby able to drop one in. Strong into the corner to DeMuth, skips it over to Poor. Strong comes back out, wanted to fire, test that hot hand, instead has DeMuth on the backside. The hot hand continues for Landon DeMuth. 14 on the night for DeMuth. That's his season high, and has it already a quarter and a half into this ball game. A dribble drive to the rim will send Kingston Scott back to the free throw line. Kyler Barker picks up his first foul. First free throw from Scott falls. A couple substitutions for the Greenbacks as Cade Liggett and Hudson Titus check into the ball game. Scott, one more free throw on the way for the Crusaders. And that one rattles out. Liggett there for the rebound. Splitting the defense. The Greenbacks have numbers now. Trying to get up ahead off the hand of Strong. Titus underneath. Drops it in. Looked like the Crusaders may have been back in time to recover, but the Greenbacks that close to the rim just aren't gonna miss. And Scott has a quick first step, gets by the Greenback defense to lay one in for two. Into the corner, Poor. Trying to find Liggett coming out on that baseline, but kicked out of bounds by White. It's Carlito Lara gonna check back into the ball game. Number 20, Jackson Curry checking into the ball game. With Coach Newman planting a lot of players through this first half. Greenbacks go up high to DeMuth. May have been tipped. Comes out of his hand, up ahead. The Greenbacks tried to recover on defense. Kick out into the corner. Darby, pump fake, back up top to Scott. Scott trying to shake off Poor, has to get rid of it. Darby, a trip to the rim. Doesn't hit anything. Titus pulls down the backside, a rebound. Liggett comes out top of the key, swings it right side. DeMuth on that baseline, skips it. Tipped by Darby, falls into the hands of Titus. They'll reset. Baseline sealed off. Greenbacks up top to Titus. Poor coming out calling for it. Thought about the three. Instead, it'll be Titus that fires the three. And that's what the Greenbacks have missed over these last 3 or 4 games. Hudson Titus, a 40% free three-point shooter from beyond the arc, knocks down one there and puts the Greenbacks on top, 40-9. Three-point shot on the way. Golden trying to answer with one of his own, but it rattles out. Poor to Laura. Feed DeMuth on that baseline. Kick back out to Laura at the free throw line. Good step through. Floater on the way. Falls. Boy, this Greenback offense, I have not seen it fire on all cylinders like it is tonight.
Well, if you want to be peaking right now is the time to do it.
Dribble drive into the paint for Curry. Has to get rid of it. Gets it right back on the right wing. Poor. Wants to make Curry make up his mind. Hands it off. Three-point shot on the way again. White trying to drop one in. Not there. Greenbacks trying to push it up ahead. DeMuth, the step through. Little Euro step. Too strong off the glass. 2:15 to play here in the second quarter, and the Greenbacks playing with a 42-9 lead in this opening round of postseason play. Another three-point bucket. Golden short again for the Crusaders. Laura looking up ahead. No one was there. Now DeMuth with a step behind the defense. Can he finish? No. That right side of the rim, just not his favorite. Had trouble finishing that time, coming and attacking from that side. White gives it to Scott, top of the key. Now Darby, right side to Curry. Curry gonna lower his shoulder and just tripped up, hits the court hard, out of bounds. It'll go to the Greenbacks. Now Josiah Schmidt checking in for the first time tonight for the Greenbacks. You hear that Greenback student section firing up for Josiah Schmidt. Left side, Poor gives it right back to Barker, top of the key. Schmidt flashing that high post. Morrell on the low post. Greenbacks trying to take advantage of either of them. It'll be Poor. Rattles out a three into the hands of Morrell after being tipped around, and Morrell able to just go up uncontested for 2 more. Morrell with 6 on the night for the Greenbacks. It has not been a night the Greenbacks have needed. Dominated performance from Morrell. Everybody else chipping in on the scoring, and a tough shot on the fadeaway from Curry. 1 minute remaining here in the first half. Kick out, Poor, the pump fake, takes baseline, bounce pass into Morrell, drops it in for 2 more. A 46-11 lead for the Greenbacks. 40 seconds on the game clock for the Crusaders. Top of the key, White goes back to Scott. Parker out, making him put it on the court. Into the paint, kick out. Darby has a quick first step, got by his defender. Couldn't finish at the rim. Now up ahead, Josiah Schmidt, left side. And Scott gets back and recovers with the block.
Yeah, it's good to see Josiah Schmidt out there running the floor, though. Way to get in front of the defense.
I think he got that ball and thought, wait, I'm not supposed to be doing this here, guys. Strong to inbounds on the baseline. 18 seconds on the game clock for the Greenbacks. Left wing to Morrell. Coach Batten calling for Barker to come get it and set up a final play with 10 seconds to go. Poor peeling around. Right side Strong. Fires from the right wing. Knocks it down! Caleb Strong, his second three-point bucket of the night, and it gives the Greenbacks a 49-11 lead as we head to the halftime mark. Stick around, we got the Uptown Cafe Club DS halftime show coming up when we return.
Are you a sports fan looking for a great place to grab a bite to eat? Look no further than Legends Cafe, located in Pratt, Kansas, on Highway 54. Legends is open 6 days a week and serves up mouth-watering burgers, fresh salads, hearty sandwiches, and much more. And don't forget about their daily specials. Legends is proud to support Greenback sports and all the local teams. So whether you're celebrating a big win or just need to refuel after the game, Legends has you covered. Come on down to Legends, and we'll take care of the rest.
At Timish Electric, we light up your world with reliable and efficient electrical services. Our team of skilled and certified electricians is dedicated to providing top-notch service for all your electrical needs. From residential, commercial, or industrial needs, we ensure your electrical systems are safe, reliable, and up to code. Contact us today at 620-672-9334 to schedule a consultation. Timish Electric, proudly serving Pratt and the surrounding areas electrical needs for over 25 years.
Mead Lumber in Pratt is looking better than ever. Stop by and see our brand new renovations with the same friendly faces you know and trust. Whether you're tackling a big project or just need supplies for the weekend, Mead Lumber has you covered with quality products and expert service. We're proud to be a part of this community and even more proud to support the hardworking athletes of Pratt High School. Mead Lumber, building relationships, building Pratt.
To keep your equipment running, count on BTI for bulk oil delivered directly to your farm. Now BTI delivers 3 times the product, and it's quicker than ever. Our trucks travel up to 150 miles from any of our 6 stores, delivering premium oil, hydraulic fluid, and DEF, up to 1,500 gallons in just 30 minutes. It's another way to save you time and money. Call any of our 6 BTI locations or visit btioil.com. BTI, our family in partnership with your family.
Well, welcome back to the Uptown Cafe Club DS halftime show here on Thunder Country. Greenbacks leaving no doubt who the #1 team in the West is in this postseason as it gets started here tonight. 49-11. The score after one half of play against the Wellington Crusaders, and the Greenbacks, well, we said they needed to come out early and establish their dominance early on, and they did just that. That first quarter, 24 consecutive points for the Greenbacks. The Crusaders got a quick one right after the tip, and then the Greenbacks rattled off 24 before a couple free throws at the buzzer for the Crusaders in that first quarter. What a first quarter for the Greenbacks.
Yeah, you know, and it wasn't just one player was the main thing. It was a multitude of players out there being able to score the ball, and especially just the defensive side. They made it so tough on the Crusaders just to get a shot off. Their defense was swarming. They were jumping passing lanes, getting rebounds when they needed to. And then on the flip side, getting out in transition. That was probably the most I've seen them get out in transition this season. And just running the floor well.
Yeah, they did such a good job. We know how good this defense is for the Greenbacks, and able to turn that into transition points when they can get out and run against a team that they have an advantage on, which it appears they do in this first half of play. Boy, they took advantage of nearly every transition opportunity that was created on the defensive end.
Yeah, you know, if you're looking at getting a hot start, they proved it. They came out and did it. Now it's just build on it. You know, you can't get lackluster and just kind of get complacent. You know, you want to keep that energy level up, especially in this post-play time. You know, it's time now where you need to be clicking on all cylinders. And that first half, I will have to say the Greenbacks were clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, this is the type of point in your season where you come out and what you put on paper, what you put on film, it matters for the rest of these games throughout the season. If you can intimidate a team down the road by a score maybe you put up tonight, you go ahead and do it if you're Coach Patton and these Greenbacks. If you're one of those teams, Clay Center or Mulvane, and at the end of tonight see a score come out of this Pratt-Wellington matchup that makes you raise your eyebrows and say, they did what? It's going to put a little bit of doubt into your mind knowing you've got to travel here on Saturday to try to do what Wellington hasn't been able to do to this point. So I think the Greenbacks are going to come out in this second half and continue to keep the foot on the gas at least through a full third quarter. Fourth quarter, we'll see if we see some rotation of players from Coach Patton. But come postseason basketball, it's a different ball game.
It is a different ball game, but it's also one of those where if you have an opportunity to get those younger guys some experience. You kind of want to jump on it just to get the feel of it.
Yeah.
You can play basketball games all year long, but when you get to postseason, it's a different feel. There's that weight on your shoulders of that win or go home. Nobody wants their season to end. They want to make it all the way to state, and tonight is the first step, and so far the Greenbacks are taking care of business.
Yeah, a great first half from the Greenbacks. 7 Greenback players in the scoring column through that first half. Morrell, he's got 8. Strong with 14. Barker, 2. Titus, 5. Liggett with 2. Laura with 4. DeMuth, his season high coming into tonight was 14. He's got that at the halftime mark. So DeMuth has had a great first half. 12 of those 14 coming in that first quarter.
I'll say, talking about DeMuth a little bit, just what an outstanding player he's turned into. And what he's been doing these last couple games is going to do nothing but benefit the Greenbacks. And what it's going to do is it's going to stretch that defense out a little farther. He's stretching his shot out farther. He's knocked a couple for threes down. If he can get comfortable with that shot and hit him down at a high rate, all that's going to do is drag that defense out and then open it up for Morrell.
The Greenbacks have knocked down 4 3-point buckets in that first half. They came into tonight's ball game with 100 on the dot, 100 even 3-point buckets, and leads us to our Ham Auction buckets for Booster Club. John and Kevin at Ham Auction, they donate $5 for every made 3-point bucket this season for the Greenbacks, and the Greenbacks with 4 in that first half and 100 coming into this ball game continue to add to that total. So once again, thank you to John and Kevin at Ham Auction for that Buckets for Booster Club, as it is a good cause. $5 being donated, going to the Greenback Booster Club, helps all the sports across all of Greenback athletics do some of the things that may be outside of their budget, and the Greenback Booster Club always doing great things throughout all the seasons here at Pratt High. What a first half for the Greenbacks. They lead at 49-11. Stick around, we'll have more Uptown Cafe Club DS halftime show when we return here on Thunder Country.
For your fine dining experience, be sure to stop at Club DS in downtown Pratt, Western Kansas's premier steakhouse for over 50 years. They'll serve you the best with their friendly, attentive staff and home-cooked meal you desire. Also offering a full range of entertainment with live music and karaoke weekend nights. So come for food and stay for fun at Club DS in downtown Pratt. Open 7 nights a week.
This is Chris with Car Auction Real Estate. We've been proudly moving assets since 1965, with locations in Pratt and Larned servicing the surrounding counties.
Jamie here with Car Auction and Real Estate. While our marketing strategies clearly stand out, we stand strong on our principles of integrity, transparency, and reputation in our industry.
Whether it be buying, selling, auction, or appraisal needs, look us up online at carauction.com.
Good luck and go Greenbacks.
Escape into your ultimate outdoor getaway with the help of Uni Landscapes, your local full-service landscape design and construction company specializing in landscapes, hardscapes, patios, sprinkler systems, water features, and snow removal services. They create your dream space by incorporating design elements unique to you and your family. Uni Landscapes serves Pratt and the surrounding area and is open Monday through Friday. Call 620-672-3301 to transform your outdoor space today.
Hey Greenback fans, while you're cheering on the team tonight, make plans to keep the excitement going this Saturday night. Don't miss the Key of G Live, the ultimate tribute to Garth Brooks, bringing all his music hits and a high-energy country show that you will love to the Pratt Municipal Building. You can buy BOGO general admission tickets online, so bring a friend and make it a great night out. Get your tickets now or buy them full price at the door Saturday. Make sure to follow Visit Pratt for info on concerts, events, and local fun all year long. Visit Pratt, your guide to what's happening right here in Pratt, Kansas. We hope to see you Saturday night at the Kia G Live. And now, go Greenbacks!
Ray Chevrolet in Pratt is excited to announce supplier pricing for everyone on new Chevy 1500 half-ton trucks. That means savings up to $8,000. That's right, up to $8,000 off a brand new Silverado. Looking for pre-owned? Check out Doug Ray's huge selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs with market-based pricing on every vehicle. So you know you're getting the best deal the first time and every time. Doug Ray Chevrolet is your full-line dealership with parts, service, body shop, and more. Doug Ray Chevrolet in Pratt, where big savings meet hometown service.
When it comes to your health, trust Grace Clinic and Urgent Care in Pratt, conveniently located at 920 East 1st Street. Grace Clinic proudly serves Pratt and the surrounding area. Family nurse practitioner McKaylee Kirby provides primary care, urgent care, and sports physicals, and is accepting new patients and walk-ins. Open Monday through Friday, except Tuesdays, from 8:30 to 6, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Call 620-388-3086 today. That's Grace Clinic and Urgent Care, caring for your family close to home.
Welcome back. Second half action underway. Greenbacks take a 49-11 lead to start this second half. It'll be Laura, Greenback ball, and tipped out of bounds. It will stay with the Greenbacks. Now we'll see what type of message, what type of adjustments were made in that halftime conversation. Morrell top of the key. Greenbacks now going left to right. Strong trying to pick up where he left off with a three from the left wing. Sails it over the rim. Zika there on the backside. Dribble drives to that right elbow, trying to back down Liggett. Comes near side to Newman. Newman dumps it in for two. First bucket of the night for Jackson Newman. Greenbacks back the other way. Strong in the short corner. Morrell flashing, skips it to Lara far side. Baseline drive, tipped off the hands of Barker. Gets into the backcourt, but it was tipped by a Crusader, so Greenbacks able to keep it alive. Good look from Strong. Lara in the paint, can't use it, has to feed it back out to Strong. Dribble drive in, now Laura pump fake on the arc, runs in to traffic on that baseline. Under 5 on the shot clock. Strong will pull up inside the arc, front of the rim. Morrell puts it back with the touch shot around the rim. Good job by Morrell to go up and finish that off after it rattled out of the rim from Strong. Hatfield, quick first step, gets by Barker, but the floater comes off the left iron. Strong checking his rear view mirror. Up ahead to Lara with another beautiful bounce pass, and Lara goes up and under.
Beautiful bounce pass and a beautiful finish there.
Morrell intercepts that one. Him and Strong now running. Strong to the left, Morrell trailing. Strong gonna take it himself wisely and finger rolls it in. Strong with 16 points on the night. Greenbacks on top 55-13. Zika left side, the switch. Barker now picked up Zika. A tough shot from Zika, and he gets it to go. First bucket of the night for Cole Zika. Had 18 in that first matchup. Greenbacks have done a good job keeping him in check in this ball game. Quick touch to Morrell at the center. Kick out to Strong. Strong wanted to go baseline, sealed off nicely. Greenbacks will have to reset near side. Morrell comes out to the corner. Liggett flashing in, step through, left hand finish, good. Good footwork from Cade Liggett. Get by the defender, switch to the left hand, and then the soft touch off the glass. Greenbacks lead at 57-15. Zika again working on Barker, tries that fadeaway jumper. That one does not go, and Morrell pushing it up ahead to Strong. Strong against one defender, pours it in for two more. Strong having himself a night, 18 points on the night for the Greenbacks. Hatfield inside the arc. Resets top of the key to Zika. Couldn't take advantage of the slasher. Elder was cutting to the rim. Crusaders didn't see him. Zika will get it back. Trying to reset. Steps through. Kick out. Three-point shot from Hatfield. Still hasn't got one to drop. And Morrell, another defensive board. Up ahead to Liggett. And let the rest of the offense catch up. Set up the half court. Morrell, dribble drive in. Good body control, Arlie Morrell. 12 on the night for Morrell. Hatfield across half court. Zika gonna try a deep three, knocks it down. That one from well beyond the arc for Cole Zika. He's got 5 points here in the third quarter. Left side, Morrell puts it on the court. Huge step through. Boy, he can cover a lot of ground.
He can.
That jump step. Greenbacks lead at 63-18. 4 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Zika really trying to take this third quarter over for the Crusader offense and doing a good job of it. Picks up another bucket there.
Yeah, he's got a nice touch and can get downhill pretty well.
That's what we saw in that first matchup against these two teams. Zika with all 7 of his points here in the third quarter. Strong left wing. Barker flashing to that high post. Tried to feed Liggett, going around the defender, just couldn't quite dump it down to him, and the stoppage will bring some substitutions in here at the 3:37 mark of the third quarter.
So far, you're seeing a little bit of life out of the Wellington Crusaders, being a little more productive on the offensive side, but on the other side, the Greenbacks have not slowed down on the offensive side.
No, they've been able to match everything the Crusaders have put up. Into the ball game in that substitution. Titus, DeMuth, and Poor, and Strong nearly comes away with a steal at the top of the key. That would have turned into 2 more transition points for this Greenback defense. Josiah Schmidt back in the ball game. Marley Morrell getting himself a breather. Crusader ball off the inbounds. Quick first step, able to lay it in. Cooper Hatfield able to get by Titus. DeMuth left side, skips it to Titus. Titus left alone, doesn't want the 3. Feeds Strong. Strong double team, trying to step through, does. And being left-handed favored him that time, able to come away from the rim with that left hand.
It was just good patience by Caleb Strong. He was double teamed for the most part, just kept his composure, stepped through, and had an easy layup.
Zika, the dribble drive, kick out, 3-point shot too strong, but the backside rebound from Schindliver keeps the possession alive. Now Zika on that low block, able to get it and finish. 9 points on the evening for Zika, all coming in this third quarter. Left side, Poor, swings it Titus's way. Strong running that baseline. Let's get past to DeMuth. DeMuth will try the 3. Spins in and out of the rim. Titus with the hustle rebound, resets the shot clock for the Greenbacks. Nice dump down from Landon DeMuth. Josiah Schmidt, the recipient of that one, gets in the scoring column. 2:05 to play. Zika going to try another deep one from the same spot, and the rebound fought for. Last touched by Newman of the Crusaders. And a full shift change here for the Crusaders. 5 in, 5 out for Coach Newman.
And the Greenbacks see Bo Farrell for the first time this evening. Checking in for Caleb Strong.
Farrell provided a lot of good minutes early on in this season for the Greenbacks. Now getting some here. Farrell, top of the key, goes to Titus. Titus kicks it back out. Farrell, he can hit from out there, and he does! Bo Farrell coming in and making a quick contribution. Knocks down a 3-point bucket, puts the Greenbacks on top 70-24. Scott trying to free some space up, and Titus a little shoulder. Titus picks up his first. Really been a pretty clean game.
I was just getting ready to say that.
Not seen a lot of whistles.
Outside Carlita Laura with 2 fouls. Nobody else has really picked up a lot.
Wellington comes high into the backcourt to Darby. Darby trying to get by Titus. Titus does a good job running with him step for step. Scott able to shake off Poor, but can't finish with the top of the key 3. Sends it out of bounds. .119 to play here in the third quarter. Greenbacks with a 70-24-point lead. Left side to Poor. Gives it back to DeMuth, top of the key, comes right side. Titus will try a 3. In and out, Farrell tips it into DeMuth's hands. High off the glass, Landon DeMuth now with a new season high. 16 points on the night for the Greenbacks. Poor hits the court, no whistles. Scott stays with it, ball on the court, tipped into the backcourt. Farrell on the court for it, and a whistle will go against Darby. Boy, I thought if you were going to get a whistle out of that possession, it would have been from Poor hitting the court with his backside. That one went uncalled, and Darby picks up the foul. Right side to Muth, trying to skip it far side to Poor, but nearly intercepted. Camden White gets a hand on that one, but it sails out of bounds after the touch.
You got Vince Vandeviver and Landry Hendricks, a couple freshmen checking into the game.
Some good minutes for these players. Hendricks will be handling the point guard duties. Goes right side to Vanderviver. Back to Poor. Poor going to try a three. Knocks it down. Creston Poor, another one of the Greenbacks' great three-point shooters. It's his first bucket of the night. Scott on the other end kicks it back out. Darby with 10 seconds on the game clock. Going to try a three from the right corner. Rattles out, kept alive. Darby cutting to the rim, gets it back and lays it in for two. Greenbacks need to be quick here and cannot get a shot off, but they will take a 75 to 26-point lead into the fourth quarter. Stick around, more Greenback basketball when we return.
On the basketball court, a good offense is the best defense. You can count on me, Jamie Roach, your Farm Bureau agent, to be your family's point guard and defend you against whatever life throws your way. I am there to handle all your auto, home, life, and business insurance needs. Don't wait for the worst to happen when it comes to your insurance. Talk to me, Jamie Roach, today and see how I can help protect what matters most.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Clear, comfortable vision is one of life's greatest blessings. At Maydew Tebow Optometry, Doctors Troy Maydew, Seth Tebow, and Andrew Piester are committed to helping you maintain healthy eyes and clear vision. Prevention and early intervention are the keys to your eyes, providing that clear and comfortable vision your entire life. Regular comprehensive eye examinations are essential in identifying conditions that can damage your sight. Call us at Maydew Tebow Optometry for an appointment today or visit us at maydewtebow.com.
Well, welcome back as we start the fourth quarter. Wellington with the ball. Shot backside, rebound kept alive, and a dump down bucket good. Milo Elder gets his first points of the night. 75-28 your score. It has been all Greenbacks to this point. Right side, Hendricks in the corner. Dribbles out, gives it back to Vanderviver, top of the key. Dumps it down, Schmidt on the baseline, kick out, Poor gonna try another three. Nearly got the shooter's roll. Does not fall. Crusaders back the other way. Schindler feeds it into the hands of Hatfield. Schindler gonna try a three from that right wing. A hard shot off the glass, kept alive by the Crusaders. Now another three, this time left wing, may have been tipped by Vanderviver and falls into the hands of Hendricks. Hendricks going to slow down, let the offense catch up. Vanderviver, baseline drive. Tried to feed it to Hendricks on the backside, but jumped by Golden of the Crusaders. Comes away with the steal. A take to the rim. Cannot finish. Newman, too strong off the glass. Poor. They jog it up the court for the Greenbacks. 6:28 to play here in the fourth quarter. Vanderviver on the left wing. Comes back to Hendricks. Gets it right back. Thought about the three. Now looking inside. Again, tipped away. That's something these young kids are going to learn in varsity ball. Those passes work in 8th grade and at the junior varsity level. But on a varsity court, you've got to have a little more zip to them. And that's why these minutes are valuable for these guys.
That's exactly right. You know, that's why these minutes are so valuable. You just get the game's time speed.
Hendricks goes in the backcourt, gets it, sets up the offense. Vanderviver left side, Poor coming out, calling for it. He'll try another three, knocks it down from the far corner. Creston Poor, his second three-point bucket of the night. Greenbacks on top, 78-28, 5:40 to play here in the fourth. Schindler working right side against Poor, comes back to Newman. Newman now trying to back down the freshman. Spin move, had a look, could not finish, and Farrell picks up a rebound. Into the corner, Vanderviver going to try to get in on the scoring from beyond the arc. Too short, and rebound kept alive by Golden for the Crusaders. They come back the other way, set up the offense. Top of the key, Hatfield going to back it up, reset. Working off a screen from Schindler. Spins, fires, front of the rim, Hendricks with the board. Wanting to get out and run, but doesn't have numbers. Poor setting up in the corner, thought about firing again, and another pass from Hendricks intercepted by Golden. Golden to the left side, and Hendricks going to pick up a foul and send Jason Golden to the free throw line.
one thing to touch on with the score being what it is a continuous clock in the fourth quarter.
This clock will not stop. It'll be a fast fourth quarter, and the Greenbacks playing with a 50-point lead in this opening round of the postseason. At the free throw line, Jason Golden not able to knock down the first. Still looking for his first bucket of the night. Another 5 in, 5 out for the Crusaders, other than the shooter. He's got one waiting for him here on the sideline. Golden gets that second free throw to go, and now Luke Zika will check into the ball game. Hendricks feeding Schmidt. Bounce passes it, gets it back, top of the key. Fakes the give to Poor, goes to Farrell on the baseline, calling for it back. Three-point shot, front of the rim. Farrell trying to come crashing in, may have picked up a foul. A little too aggressive, and they do get Bo Farrell with his first foul.
Hey, whenever you get on the court, you go fly around like that. I'm not upset one bit at that foul. Crashing the boards hard.
Zico working the ball up the court for the Crusaders. 3:23 to play in this fourth quarter with a running clock. Zika shakes off Schmidt, goes left hand. Not enough on it, it falls short. Top of the key, Schmidt goes back to Poor. Poor thought about it, instead sends it to Hendricks in the corner, needs some help. Vanderwijver comes out. Dribbles in, double team, thought he had Schmidt going up to get it. Farrell able to save it on the backside and feed it to Schmidt, but the double team prevented the good shot from Schmidt down low. Scott thought about it, now he'll fire. Deep three, front of the rim, Schmidt chases it down. Swings it left side, Poor gonna try another one, knocks it down. Creston Poor just out here having some fun. Three-point buckets on the night for Poor as the Greenbacks on top, 81-29. Trying to answer on the other end. Crusaders knocked down one of their own. That one from Luke Zika. .205 to play here in the fourth quarter. Poor the skip pass. Vanderwijver wanting to get in on the action. Too short. Farrell trying to keep it alive, tipping it around. It falls in his hands. Finishes for two. Farrell with 5 points in the back half of this game for the Greenbacks. Under 2 to play. Zika working against Poor. Spins his way in, kicks back out. Scott doesn't like the look. Step back out. Luke Zika fires again. That one doesn't go. Crusaders keep it alive with the board. Shot clock will reset. Back to Zika. Underneath. Greenbacks just out of position for that whole possession. Fortunate keep the Crusaders from scoring. Poor. Is he going to try again? Does not go. Farrell there on the backside. Vanderwijver dumping down, looking for Schmidt. Schmidt underneath, drops it in for two. .60 seconds to play. Crusader ball, Zika backing out. Calling for the screen, working off of it, can't use it, swings it to Luke Zika. Now at the deepest three of the night and knocks it down. Well, that one had some range on it. Cole Zika into double digits with 12 on the night for the Crusaders. About a 3-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Poor looking things over, top of the key. Vanderwijver. Tipped out of bounds by Scott. Greenback student section letting everybody know they believe that we just won, and they are not wrong. Greenbacks on top 85-35. That out of bounds tip reset the shot clock, so the Greenbacks able to dribble this one out and will get out of the first round of postseason with a huge 85-35 win here at their own home court and will set the stage for a Saturday evening tip-off of an opponent to be determined. Stick around. We got the Maydew Tebow Optometry post-game show when we return.
This is Terry from Gatlin Meckler's Pharmacy. On display in our pharmacy is a nice assortment of over-the-counter items and a wide array of medical supplies, which includes knee scooters, walkers, canes, and bathroom items. We bill Medicare for respiratory supplies and immunizations. Our preferred pricing on prescriptions will get you through the door, and our customer service will get you to come back. Be sure to stop in today and see us on Country Club Road in Pratt.
When it comes to real estate, folks want to work with someone they know and trust. I'm John Hamm with Hamm Auction and Real Estate. Whether you're buying a home, selling land, or thinking about an auction, Kevin and I take the time to walk you through every step. No pressure, just honest local advice. We're proud supporters of the Pratt High Greenbacks and proud to be a part of this community. Give me a call at 620-450-7481 or Kevin at 620-770-2381. Hamm Auction and Real Estate, local knowledge you can trust.
It's a fact. A custom cow mineral does not have to cost more. Actually, it might be just what you need to improve your cow herd. The friendly and helpful professionals at Extra Factors and Pratt are available to sit down and discuss your operations needs and goals. From custom protein supplements and liquid protein to bulk commodities and possible mineral formulation. Find it all at Extra Factors. Call 620-672-5616 and speak with Levi Macbeth for all your nutritional needs. Extra Factors. We put the extra into cattle nutrition.
This is Jeff.
And Jared.
At Intergreen Services, proud supporter of the Pratt Greenbacks.
Around here we say one call fixes it all. From HVAC, plumbing, septic, electrical, and even water well service. We're your hometown team you can count on, just like the Greenbacks on game day.
We're proud to stand behind our athletes, our school, and our community.
So when something needs fixing at home, call Intergreen at 620-672-2338 or visit intergreenservices.com.
Intergreen Services, neighbors helping neighbors, always cheering for the Greenbacks.
Welcome back to the Maydew Tebow Optometry postgame show here on Thunder Country. The Greenbacks taking care of business early on, 85-35 in this ball game, and move along in the postseason, keep their season alive. Wellington's season will come to an end here on the road. They'll finish 5-17, but the Greenbacks live to fight another day. And we wondered just how quick we'd get Coach Batten come join us. And we didn't have an over-under on it, but we've got him here with us now. Coach Batten, can you hear me on your end?
Yep, I got you.
All right, we got Coach Batten joining us for the post-game show. 85-35, your Greenbacks come out, take care of business early, and really set the tone that there's no doubt who the number one seed in the West is in this postseason. Your Greenbacks really coming out showing why they are where they're at.
Yeah, I thought defensively we played really well. We had, especially early, multiple rotations, and they were one and done a lot. And then that allowed us offensively to really get out and transition and score some easy ones, which anytime you can go get them in transition and not have to go against set defense, that really helps. And then again tonight we had some guys step up and make some big shots, and so just kind of hitting our stride here a little bit.
Is there anything more beautiful than a nice bounce pass? It's like a double play on the diamond. When you see it done perfectly, you just appreciate it when you see it.
Yeah, and I thought we passed through some windows that were just really nice plays. A lot of guys just seeing the play. There was a gap, and there was time and space. Thread the needle through there, and then go up and finish on the other end, and it just makes kind of a special play. I like those types of plays when we're unselfish and sharing the basketball, because ultimately, like we saw last Friday, you got to have a lot of guys step up at different times, and so when we're sharing the basketball, I think that just makes us that much better.
On that first quarter alone, 6 Greenbacks in the scoring column just in that first quarter. You guys stitched together a 24-point run after the Crusaders got that opening bucket, 24 unanswered points, and it wasn't until a pair of free throws as the buzzer sounded that the Crusaders got back on the board. Talk about that mentality coming into the ball game that allowed your Greenbacks to come out with that quick a start?
Well, we just knew we had to get off to a good start because, sometimes when you get in these sub-state type situations, if you let a team hang around, then they start to believe they can win. But, sometimes if you get off to a good start and you kind of bury them early, the belief factor goes away. And so that's really what we were wanting to do and just make sure our intensity was in the right place. We definitely didn't want to hang over from last Friday night, and so let's be honest, this group they've got dreams and they've got goals, and so they have something in mind, and so we've put ourselves in position to advance, and now we'll see who our opponent is and get ready to go again.
That belief factor on one stance, it can be taken away from a team early on like this. With your team who's got goals that they do, does it also instill something in them to move forward after coming out and putting up a performance like this?
Yeah, and I think even like last year's experience of just being there and getting that first round experience, gives you belief that you can continue to do it, and then just when you've played in some big games, we've played Collegiate now, we've played Rock Creek now, we've played Heston. We're seeing what it takes to get there, and our guys just keep trying to take that next step, and I think that definitely helps in our belief. Even though we lost those games, these guys are starting to see what it takes, and they believe they can get there, and so that's half the battle in itself.
Does this game send a message then also to the rest of 4A, to the West, to the possible matchup, whether it's Mulvane or excuse me, their matchup Saturday? Clay Center or Mulvane.
Yep.
They're going to see this score that the Greenbacks put up tonight, 85-35, a 50-point win, and know, boy, we've got to go on their home court and try to do what Wellington clearly could not.
Yeah, you never know. You never know what that does to the psyche of another team.
It doesn't hurt.
No, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. But it's like I'm going to tell our guys, Saturday's a new day, and it's there's so many different things that take place Saturday. So we gotta get uber focused on whoever our opponent is and get ready to go.
You talk about the big games that has prepared your players, that now they have some experience in those big games. Do those big games also give you experience? Do you come into big games and coach differently, or do you fight the urge to coach differently?
I think big games make you coach differently. Better opponents, good opponents make you coach differently because you have to be better prepared. You have to be laser focused. And you've got to be a little more into it. When the game's out of hand, let's be honest, you're rolling the ball out and you can go take care of business at times. But when you play teams like Rock Creek or you play Wichita Collegiate, you've got to focus in and make sure, all right, well, this possession matters. What do we call? What do we do? What adjustments do we need to make? And so, I think those games really helped us.
Well, Coach, you put yourself in the position you wanted to be in. It'll be a sub-state championship Saturday evening, 5 o'clock here, and we're excited to keep this season rolling.
Yep, one at a time, and win and stay in, right, baby?
That's right. That's right. All right, that's head coach Chris Batten. When we come back, we'll wrap it up here on the post-game show.
Are you a sports fan looking for a great place to grab a bite to eat? Look no further than Legends Cafe, located in Pratt, Kansas, on Highway 54. Legends is open 6 days a week and serves up mouth-watering burgers, fresh salads, hearty sandwiches, and much more. And don't forget about their daily specials. Legends is proud to support Greenback sports and all the local teams. So whether you're celebrating a big win or just need to refuel after the game, Legends has you covered. Come on down to Legends, and we'll take care of the rest.
At Timish Electric, we light up your world with reliable and efficient electrical services. Our team of skilled and certified electricians is dedicated to providing top-notch service for all your electrical needs. From residential, commercial, or industrial needs, we ensure your electrical systems are safe, reliable, and up to code. Contact us today at 620-672-9334 to schedule a consultation. Timish Electric, proudly serving Pratt and the surrounding areas' electrical needs for over 25 years.
Well, welcome back to the Maydew Tebow Optometry postgame show here on Thunder Country. Now time to wrap it up with some stats and awards. For the Greenbacks, run down the stats. Morrell finished with 14, Strong 20, Barker 2, Titus 5, Liggett 4, Laura 6, DeMuth 16, Poor 9, Schmidt 4, Farrell with 5. Everybody in the scoring column tonight for the Greenbacks as the ball moved around nicely. You said you had him down for 24 total assists.
Yeah, my little chicken scratches here. We had 24 assists tonight, and that just goes to show you a little unselfish play tonight that just frees everybody up, and that's how you get multiple guys in the scoring column, just that extra pass, and I thought tonight the boys did a fantastic job of that.
Cole Zika led the way for the Crusaders. He finished with 12 points. Scott with 5, Hatfield 4, Newman 2, Elder 2, Golden 1, Darby 2, and Curry with 2. Luke Zika with 3 as well. Greenbacks also knocking in 8 3-point buckets tonight as Poor drained 3 late. DeMuth had 1, Farrell had 1, Titus with 1, Strong knocked down a couple, so a big night from beyond the arc for the Greenbacks. They take that total from 100 coming into the game to 108 now on the season. Thank you to John and Kevin at Ham Auction for donating $5 for every one of those made 3-point buckets to the Greenback Booster Club. And now time for the Timish Electric Player of the Game Award. So many scorers to choose from tonight as that ball was spread around. Touched on it with those 24 assists, but it was junior Caleb Strong that led the way with 20 points. And when you need a tiebreaker, sometimes points is just what you have to fall to. I thought he had a great game on the defensive side of things, too, that turned a lot of those steals into transition points, and a lot of those assists, I'm guessing, came from Caleb Strong as well.
Yeah, he had a fantastic night tonight. I mean, he just comes to play every day. You know he does. He's just such a competitor out there. Defensive side, you never have to worry about him. Sometimes the shot doesn't fall, but he finds different ways to contribute to the team. Tonight, it was nice to see him going and scoring, and we're going to need him down the stretch.
A couple other players to just touch on. Landon DeMuth, a season high tonight, 16 points. He really got out of the gates in the first quarter, had 12 of those 16 in that first quarter. Morrell with his 14 points. And nice to see Hudson Titus back in the lineup. Didn't look like his minutes were too limited tonight, so good to see him appear healthy moving forward.
Yeah, and he made multiple plays out there on the defensive side especially. You know, just getting a hand on the ball, and then also what he done all season long is going for those defensive rebounds. On the limited minutes that he did have, he pulled 5 boards down just from that backside flying in like he always does. Great to see him back on the court.
Greenback's going to need every piece of it moving forward. It'll be a Saturday matchup, 5 p.m. tip-off. It'll be either Clay Center or Mulvane coming to Pratt. Right now, looks like Mulvane is going to come away with that win on top, 65-54 late in the fourth quarter. So could be a Pratt-Mulvane matchup. We'll see. 5 o'clock tip-off. We'll be back on air in all the normal channels. Get down here or tune in. However you choose to do it, we sure appreciate it. As always, I've been Cody Eastis alongside Logan McAllister, and once a Greenback, always a Greenback.